Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mr. Rowe. We're looking in geometry part B. This is the lesson on trig functions or trig ratios, and we're going to look at an example like number 5. So what we're doing here is we're trying to figure out the value for x. So we're going to use a trig function to do it. So our first step in any of these is to identify the given information, use our mnemonic device, SOHCAHTOA, to help us figure out which ratio to use and then solve the ratio. So here's the example I'm working on. This is a similar example. So when I do this, I always identify the hypotenuse first. Remember that the right angle will point to the hypotenuse. The angle that I'm given is right here. So the side across from the angle is always the opposite side. The side right beside this is the adjacent side. So I don't know anything about the adjacent. So I don't need anything about the adjacent side, but I do know the opposite is 18, and I'm trying to find the hypotenuse. So in my device, I'm looking for one that has O and H, which is SOH, which is the SOH in SOHCAHTOA. And so we're going to use the sine function. Sine is always equal to the ratio of the opposite to the hypotenuse. So I'm going to find the sine of my angle, which is 35 degrees. And that's going to equal my opposite, which is 18, over my hypotenuse, which is x. So now, in this situation, my inverse operation, I have a two-step inverse operation, but because x is a denominator in this one, there's a little shortcut that you can use, and this only works when x is the denominator. We're just going to switch these two right here. We're going to switch them. So now x is going to equal 18 divided by the sine of 35. Now we're going to calculate this. You can use either your handheld calculator or you can use an online calculator. I know a lot of people don't have the handheld calculator, so I'm going to use Desmos Scientific. It's a fairly easy to use calculator. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to type in what I'm given. I'm given 18. I need to divide by the sine of 35. You see right there, it pops up. I've got 31.38, round to the nearest tenth, so this will be 31.4. So my x in this problem is 31.4. So I hope this helps you solve number 5 in the lesson. If you still struggle with this as you're working, please make an appointment for a help session and let me know through teacher message.